हेलो एंड वेलकम टू अनदर एपिसोड ऑफ आप और हम सौरभी के संग। और आज जो हमारी गेस्ट हैं उनके बारे में ऑडियंस को बताना चाहूंगी। शी इज अ versatile person and she handles so many responsibilities single-handedly with lots of ease. She is a doctorate, a researcher by profession, and she's a founder of pretty much everything. She also mentioned that essentially she is a mother of 9-year-old. I really like this thing that she has highlighted, that she wanted to take up this line also, that essentially she is a mother of 9-year-old. So, welcome Kaveri to Aap Aur Hum Saurabhi Ke Sang, the new series that I have started, a new venture that I have started. It's really a pleasure to have you on my platform.
Jai Hind, and thank you so much for inviting me on your show, Saurabhi. And I'm very, very happy, and it's a proud moment for me as well because I have seen you grow as an author, and now you have joined the fraternity by being a talk show host. So this is something I really like about women when my friends or especially women who kind of like I really like them growing, to see them growing, and यहाँ पे बुलाने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure. And I have a long list of people whom I want to invite on my platform. But I shortlisted few people whom I wanted to take up in my, debut episodes. So I would like to know about your journey, that how PME started. What was the main idea behind starting PME?
So pretty much everything, yes. So, as I have already mentioned many times earlier, we have discussed on this also that PME started officially on August 11th, 2020. And it was that year when the entire nation, entire world was going through a very tough phase, pandemic. And during that time, I came to know many of my friends or acquaintances, they have started something, and if they have to kind of shut it down, let it be a small business or something. And then people were kind of going into that very low phase or depressing mode because we could not go out and live the life that we used to live earlier, the normal way of life as we describe it now. तो मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था कि then what is that something that I should do so that my mind is not going in that phase, thinking that कि सिर्फ घर का, there were no maids also, तो घर का काम है, फिर then you have online classes which is something new for everybody, and then उसके अपने अलग struggles हैं, खुद के अपने अलग struggles हैं. So then it was that time, I had to use my creativity potential, or say that creativity energy somewhere, so that I don't become frustrated. So then, I just remembered कि some of my friends said कि नहीं आप इसको officially शुरू करो, giving reviews and all. You have good screen presence, and of course they were friends, so they were kind of encouraging. But then it's like, just for the sake of starting something, I didn't want to start anything. Rather, I worked on this entire idea for 3 months. अप्रैल में आया था आइडिया, अप्रैल मई जून जुलाई तकरीबन 3.5-4 महीना. And I actually made a proper notebook and noted down everything, what it will have, what it will not have, and what is my target, intention, motive, everything I had penned down, not even typed. मैंने पेन से लिखा था proper. And then I discussed it with my husband Purandhar. And then जब सब ड्राफ्ट हो गया, 3 महीना काम किया, and then I was like कि चलो अभी नाम पे आते हैं. So apart from the, of course, book reviews, video book reviews, which is actually unique, and still it is unique, which I try to present it in a very unique way and very different way. उसके साथ साथ और क्या हो सकता है, उसके साथ साथ then I kind of added a lot of elements to it, not only author interviews but also inspiring people, like common people from all walks of life, so that their story becomes an example for everybody out there. And through whatever little I was doing, the main intent was to kind of contribute something in the society by giving them correct information, creating awareness. And then, since it has all the elements, contests, giveaways, author interviews, inspirational stories, wonderful quotes, everything, Instagram live, Facebook live. So my husband said कि सब कुछ तो है इसमें, इसको एक नाम देते हैं, find a synonym for pretty much everything. I said ki हाँ, pretty much everything, सब कुछ, all the elements are there. I said, why to have a synonym? Pretty much everything itself is good. So that is how on 11th of August 2020, on my son's ninth birthday, I had announced, officially announced it. It was eighth birthday. Yeah, he's saying eighth birthday, and I kind of announced it officially on the platform. And this August, pretty much everything, PME will be completing 2 years.
Wow, congratulations. So your
Thank
journey is really remarkable, and it really, I can say, it justifies the quote that a journey starts with the single step. And that one step is really difficult. And you took that in lots of adversity that was happening all around the world when the pandemic was there and people were getting frustrated. So that's how creative people think. That's what I think, that you took up and you worked on it, and not only for yourself but you wanted to give something to the society that would be really helpful. So now I would like to appreciate one thing of yours. When I first saw your PME page, I was skeptical that should I send my book, because by that time I had only Kindle and I thought ki might be professional hai, because everything was too good, and should I send my book or not. So there was a bit of fear of being judged, and I messaged you also that okay, that but I felt really nice, you comforted me so much. And I also like the idea that you are still carrying with yourself, that you don't charge anything for any reviews, you just need a simple signed copy. I love this idea and I fell in love with this idea.
you.
So how did this idea came to your mind?
ओके, तो मेन जो मोटिव था, जैसे आपने कहा कि हाँ सोसाइटी में कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट करना था साथ में, दिस वाज समथिंग दैट आई वुड, दैट आई वांटेड टू टेक इट प्रोफेशनली आगे, कि ऑफ कोर्स आई एम फ्रॉम रिसर्च, सो आई नो कि एट सम पॉइंट ऑफ द टाइम आई विल गेट बैक टू प्रॉपर रिसर्च जॉब एंड ऑल, बट देन एट द सेम टाइम इट वाज लाइक ओके, ये भी शुरू किया है तो इसको भी सीरियसली लेना है, कंसिस्टेंट रखना है. But then, what is that one thing which I would not like to have it on, or to see on anyone's page? So one thing was like keeping I kept the monetary benefits secondary. So main primary thing was कि ऐसा एक platform जो actually एक एक क्या वो debut writers के लिए या एक ऐसा platform बने, and it should be an approachable platform. So that is why, and people hesitate when it comes to anything monetary. Acha kya cost hai, kya charge hai. So I was like, I'm like, few things are beyond business, and I kept always that in mind. So I kept the platform completely charge free. To be very honest, अभी जब 1.5-2 साल बाद थोड़े से close friends जो है देते हैं, no, you should charge, but still, like, apart from the services that I give, like editing and all, that has basic charges, but interviews are completely, any money free, they are cost free. So I just thought कि नहीं, एक ऐसा platform बनाया जाए जिसमें लोगों को आने से पहले ज़्यादा सोचना ना पड़े. But still, to value my time, to value my energy that I give in a 1 hour conversation or interviews, I decided to take some token. And I mean, I couldn't think of anything better than having a hand signed copy of the author. Like, we don't know, Saurabhi, honestly, when you and I will meet. But at least as a remembrance, as a token, I have your 3 books hand signed. So whenever I'm missing Saurabhi, I'll just open it and see the note and the positive notes that is there. That will also charge me up to give better and better, to do better and better, and to be a good person every day. And with each episode, I just think of, growing. So when I have people like you who have faith on me and my work, that also gives me a drive. That actually is a driving force for me to do good in each and every episode.
Yes. When I was small, I read one beautiful quote over there, that give the world the best you have and the best will come back to you again. So, with your thoughts, I resonate so much with that quote, that you tried to give your service because you never wanted to compensate it with monetary gains, and the service you gave to people. And now PME has not only gone pan India, it's now reaching abroad also. So I know the
Yeah.
feeling must be really beyond imagination and expression. So now let's talk about something about your education. I had this question in my mind since very long, that you are a researcher and you are having a professional degree, you are a PhD, and when you took up this, generally ये होता है अगर कुछ और प्रोफेशनल डिग्री है एंड यू स्टार्ट डूइंग समथिंग एल्स, पीपल स्टार्ट क्वेश्चनिंग, तुमने तो ये किया था, तुमने तो वो किया था, अरे तुम ये क्या करने लगी हो? व्हाट्स योर टेक ऑन दिस?
So, okay, yes, I completely agree with you. And I have also received a lot of questions like, you are a PhD and what are you doing at home? Why are you not working? So, one thing I realized in the due course of time that I need not to explain an answer to everybody. I'm not answerable to any outsider other than my family and really close friends who really wish well for me. One thing I'm like, okay, one answer I give them was come and take care of my child and I'll do the rest. आ जाओ यहाँ पे. And since we stay nuclear, so I know the challenges that comes along. And so also I realized, as I said, कि मुझे सबको जवाब देने की जरूरत नहीं है. And yeah, I get to hear a lot even now कि अच्छा है आपने शुरू कर दिया, अच्छा है आपका, आप ये कर रहे हो शुरू. At least you have something to work on. But one thing people don't understand and don't realize is I have my down phase है मेरे पास. मतलब मुझे भी कभी कभी लगता है कि अच्छा, मे बी आई शुड बी वर्किंग बिकॉज आई have really worked my ass off to get my PhD degree. It's a 5.5 years of hard work. And जो hurdles है वो तो अलग, both at professional and at personal front. But then this is something that I thought that earning can wait as if now. So my priority is my kid. That's why I still have that line in my introduction, essentially a mother of a 9 years old. So I think I have set my priorities. But then, as I said, since I have realized my strength, like thanks to Almighty, what positive things I can take it from myself and really to work on it. And as a result, PME came in. So I just feel that, कि मैंने अपना potential realize किया and I sorted my way out कि उस positive से, मेरे skill से मैं क्या कर सकती हूँ. So I didn't think about anything. I said monetary, but only the thing was कि मेरे अंदर जो creativity energy है वो बाहर निकलना चाहिए, नहीं तो it will bring out frustration. And there has been a moment and time where I was in the crossroad of life, not knowing what to do ahead, क्या करना चाहिए, क्या करना नहीं चाहिए, because there is always a pressure that you have worked so much, you have studied so hard, and then there is no regular source of income. So that is one thing that kind of frustrates at times. And secondly, itna acha kar rahe ho PME, but there is no revenue generation. So each and everything come back to square one where the earning part was concerned. But I think as far as one is very happy and satisfied with whatsoever they are doing, this monetary thing doesn't matter. And eventually I have become very patient that whatever is meant to be will happen. Everything is destined to happen at proper place and time. You have to just be patient and have faith on yourself and Almighty. And currently, and I have learned it in a hard way, and still I'm glad that at least I realized that. So I ignore rest of the questions how and why. And every morning I wake up, I feel blessed that I'm able to, I'm breathing, I'm alive, and still I have one more day, one more chance to do good and to do something for the society and for myself to grow as a human being. So rest of the things I completely ignore.
ब्यूटिफुली सेड. आई वुड लाइक टू एड अप हियर, जैसे आपने बोला कि एक टाइम था, क्रॉस रोड्स पे थी आप और आपको पता नहीं था क्या करना है, बट यू वांटेड टू कीप योर सेल्फ पॉजिटिव. एंड इवन पीपल नाउ दे से कि मॉनेटरी कॉम्पनसेशन नहीं है तो पीएमई ग्रो कर रहा है या क्या है, फिर दे जीरो डाउन एवरीथिंग टू द मनी इन द बैंक, I would say, precisely. But do you know there is a law of compensation that for everything and every act you will be paid, if not now might be later on, because there is no vacuum. अगर आपने कुछ किया है, कुछ अगर दिया है तो कुछ मिलेगा. This is the law of compensation. So very soon you will be getting the rewards. Might be the gestation period might be a longer one, but keep the patience. एंड व्यूअर्स को भी मैं बताना चाहूंगी, ये क्रॉस रोड वाली जो बात है, और जैसे कावेरी ने अभी बताया हम सब लोगों को, मैं बोलूंगी कि हम सबके अंदर हनुमान है. जैसे हनुमान जी को बोला गया था कि आपके अंदर शक्तियां हैं, बट आपको जब तक याद नहीं दिलाया जाएगा आप उन सब शक्तियों को यूज नहीं कर सकते हैं. तो आई थिंक ये जो एडवर्सिटी आती है तो हमें शांति से पीसफुली बैठ के मंथन करना चाहिए और अपनी शक्तियों का विचरण करना चाहिए, तभी जाके हमें अपनी स्ट्रेंथ के बारे में पता लगेगा एंड वी कैन स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन आवर स्ट्रेंथ रादर देन फोकसिंग ऑन द वीकनेसेस. सो आई एम रियली ग्लैड कि यू आर डूइंग सो गुड, सो गुड. अब मैं बात करना चाहूंगी, वही आपने वैसे कवर कर लिया है थोड़ा सा, बट एक ये प्रोफेशनल डिग्री और जो आप पैशन परस्यू कर रही हैं, डबल पी है, प्रोफेशन एंड पैशन. तो इसमें जो गिल्ट फैक्टर है, गिल्ट फैक्टर को जनरली होता है ना, वही मॉनेटरी कॉम्पनसेशन या फ्रॉम द चाइल्ड फ्रंट, की हर काम को करने के लिए एक मदर को, क्योंकि मदर्स ज्यादा काम करती हैं, दो वी हैव मेड्स एट होम. बट आपने जब ये स्टार्ट किया था, दैट वाज अ वेरी टफ टाइम, मेड्स भी नहीं आ रही थी, सब कुछ बंद पड़ा था. तो क्या उस समय स्क्वीज करके निकालना कोई एक गिल्ट पैदा नहीं कर रहा था? तभी शायद आपने ये करना शुरू किया, और ये कहीं ना कहीं गिल्ट को कम करके प्लेजर ज्यादा दे रहा था, तभी आपने ये चीज स्टार्ट की. तो आपका टेक इस पे क्या है?
Okay, that's a lovely question, Saurabhi. And of course, and people who write on positivity can only ask such question. Actually, कैसा है कि you are correct. And मैं जिस crossroad की बात कर रही हूँ, ये उसी टाइम का था. When you are doing everything from morning 7 to 4, मेरा काम ही 4 बजे खत्म होता था. And then there is online classes, ठीक है. And then there was husband's का भी work from home. So, imagine you are, our generation is not they are not used to do everything right from घर का काम to बाहर का थोड़ा एक side help हमेशा रहता है. We have maids and all, but the thing I realized is कि during that हाँ चिड़चिड़ होती थी, frustration होता था. लेकिन जब मैं ये sessions लेती थी 50 minutes to 1 hour, they were so refreshing that मैं सुबह का पूरा struggle भूल जाती. So that is why I'm very glad कि I could realize my strength and मैंने PME शुरू किया. भले वो उस टाइम पे कैसा था या अभी कैसा चल रहा है, वो तो मैंने कभी सोचा नहीं. I should have this much likes, follows, comments. I was very consistent in whatever I was doing. And वो जो मैं 50 मिनट आपसे बात कर रही हूँ या कोई और इंटरव्यू ले रही हूँ, I was thoroughly enjoying myself. Knowing a new person, because I'm so much interested in human psychology. And I believe that कि जितने भी गेस्ट आ रहे हैं मेरे शो पे, उनसे कुछ ना कुछ हमेशा सीखने को मिल रहा है. सो वो 50 मिनट मेरे पूरे 5-6 घंटे की थकान निकाल देते. And that is how I was so consistent in posting anything very nice on PME. I never worried about what were the insights or statistics कि कितने लोगों ने देखा, क्या किया. But all I thought was कि मुझे for my own mental peace and to remove any kind of stress, I should do it, I have to do it, and I must do it. So I kind of amalgamated my own energies with my creativity and skill, and then now PME is what it is now. And सबसे सभी चीजें छोड़ के above everything, it gave me mental peace and self satisfaction, which is I think it should be it should be it should be number one on your list now. So that is why that reflects on my work also. कि मैं बहुत खुश हूँ जैसे भी हूँ. It's okay, money will come, money can wait.
Really so good. And in your introduction, I also read that you have written that I am unlearning many things so that I can learn new things in life. This has hit me hard. So, just let the viewers know that why unlearning is important and what should we unlearn and what should we learn, and with the context of taking up book reading, because rightly it's dying out. Very few people are reading books, people are listening to audiobooks, podcasts, etc. So with the context to reading, because and of late you have started, I think you are not a reader since childhood. So tell people, encourage people that yes, it's a skill and it can be taken up later in life, and what are the benefits of reading. So what's your take on it?
Okay. So, firstly, I would say that reading is something which, as I completely agree कि मेरा बचपन से ऐसे बहुत ज़्यादा रीडर नहीं थी. पढ़ाई की होती तो शायद अभी above average student होती. But anyways, the thing is कि I had read a quote somewhere. Egoistic people will say, I don't need anything to know. I already know a lot of things. And there are people who would say, I know few things, but still I am I want to know many things. So hence I came up with I'm learning every day to learn something new. For example, today's session, there was a lot of technical glitches on my part before we started this session. But then, जब आपसे बात हुई, आपने बोला था there is a change in your environment from one city to another. You are using another device, completely you are in new environment. So give some time to change. And this is what I have taken from that moment when you said that. कि हाँ शायद मुझे थोड़ा सा टाइम दे देना चाहिए. And this is for the very first time I'm doing an interview over a mobile. So इससे भी सब बढ़िया हो रहा है, the camera, the network. So today I came to know, हाँ ऐसे भी हम option कर सकते हैं. So this is the plan B always. So this is what something I have learned. Give some time for the changes to be accepted by yourself. And then, I mean, see, this is unlearning to learn everything new. Like Rosie, the life full life is kind of learning. So आज तो मैंने ये सीखा. So if I wouldn't have been open on giving this interview on mobile, it would have wasted your time also, your energy, and at the same time mine. So I think कि नहीं चलिए आज मोबाइल में करते हैं कि why to make anyone wait for so long, which is not correct, because I was feeling guilty कि मोबाइल लैपटॉप से कुछ कनेक्ट नहीं हो रहा था. My personal laptop went for a update automatically and all. But then yeah, this was a small example. And जहां तक रीडिंग की बात है, I had some issues with my friend circle में होता है. And one of my very avid reader friends, she suggested एक काम कर, तू बुक्स को अपना बेस्ट फ्रेंड बना ले. And I started off with Amazing Secrets of Life by Gaur Gopal Das ji. And I'm glad that I started with that book. And उस महीने मैंने एक साथ 4 बुक्स पढ़ी. And that is how the train started. And
वाह.
आज की डेट में मैं मोटी से मोटी बुक 400 पेजेस की बुक 1.5-2 दिन में खत्म कर देती हूँ.
सो आई ऑनेस्टली कन्फेस ऑन दिस प्लेटफॉर्म दैट जब मैंने आपको ये बोलते हुए दूसरे प्लेटफॉर्म पे नहीं, आई थिंक पीएमई पे ही कई बार सुना है बोलते हुए. एंड एज यू नो आई हैव ऑल्सो रिटन बुक्स, एंड मैंने इसीलिए पतली बुक लिखी थी क्योंकि ना तो मैं पढ़ती हूँ मोटी बुक और ना मैं लिखना चाहती हूँ कि भैया जिसे फियर है वो पतली बुक्स ही उठाए. तो आपका जब मैंने सुना कि आपने मोटी किताब पढ़ी है तो दैट थिंग inspired me ki she was also selling in the same boat. Why not try? So I picked up a fat book of Anthony Robbins that's called Awaken the Giant Within You, and luckily I was able to finish that book because the focus was on the reading rather than on the thickness. Generally क्या होता है, हम पहले ही देख के वो बोलते हैं ना, डेस्टिनेशन देख के ही स्टार्ट नहीं करते हैं. तो बोलते हैं ना कि टेक वन स्टेप एट अ टाइम. वो चीज मुझे भी समझ में आई कि ज्यादा दूर का मत सोचो, व्हाट कैन बी डन नाउ, डू इट राइट नाउ एंड इट विल गो स्विफ्टली. सो यू वर आल्सो सो मच इंस्पायरिंग. सो आई
थैंक यू सौरभि. एंड आपकी जो बुक्स हैं, आई हैव टू टेल एवरीबॉडी ओवर दिस, बिकॉज आज चांस भी मिला है, पहले भी मैंने कहा है, your books are so much relatable with day to day simple life examples, because you also they are all self help books. And the best thing that you came up with a Hindi translation of the same, which is very very important and good, because not everybody will be reading English books ना. एक दूसरा optional regional language होना चाहिए, and you came up with Hindi. So I wish that कि आप आगे जो है और भी regional languages में अपनी books लेकर आए, so that it goes pan India, you know. So I was very happy with that. And जितना चाहिए ना positivity, help, सेल्फ हेल्प के लिए, उतना ही कंटेंट है आपकी बुक में, ना कम ना ज्यादा. इट जस्ट लाइक आपने नस पकड़ लिए, लोगों की नब्ज पकड़ी है कि कितना होना चाहिए. सो आई थिंक दैट इज ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ क्रिएटिविटी, दैट you should know your audience, and that is reflected in your books. And I'm very glad that you had that faith and you sent your book to me. At least मुझे भी अच्छी किताबें पढ़ने मिल रही हैं इसी बहाने.
सीरियसली मैं तो बहुत डरी हुई थी, फियर ऑफ जजमेंट था, बट नाउ विथ ऑल द सिनेरियो, मेरा भी ये राइटिंग वाला जो है ना, वो मेरा भी लॉकडाउन में ही स्टार्ट हुआ था. अ बिट स्टार्टेड एट द टाइम ऑफ माय एंकल इंजरी, बट इट टुक लीप्स अहेड इन द लॉकडाउन. दीवानगी हो गई थी लिखने की, मुझे लगा कि वे ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन यही है, एंड आई फेल इन लव विथ राइटिंग. So it was really so good to know कि, and I know offline also you keep me insisting कि प्रमोट करो, बुक को प्रमोट करो, बट आई डोंट नो हाउ टू प्रमोट. एंड समबडी एल्स सजेस्टेड मी यस्टरडे, जैसे हम बहुत फियर ऑफ जजमेंट के बारे में सोचने लग जाते हैं, कोई क्या कहेगा. जैसे आपको भी अप्रोच करने में मेरे अंदर एक फियर ऑफ जजमेंट था कि भेजूं बुक, नहीं भेजूं, क्या सोचेंगी, बच्ची की तरह लिखा है क्या, पंक्चुएशन सही नहीं है. तो इतना मेरे अंदर फियर था कि दैट ऑल्सो टुक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम. तो ये बिल्कुल नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि बिकॉज हियर दिस थिंग आई लर्न यस्टरडे एंड आई वांट टू शेयर इट, क्योंकि मैं भूल ना जाऊं कि हम कुछ सर्विस दे रहे हैं सोसाइटी को, वी आर स्प्रेडिंग पॉजिटिविटी और वी आर ट्राइंग टू गिव समथिंग टू द सोसाइटी फॉर द गुड। तो कुछ अच्छा करने के लिए इतना डाउट अपने दिमाग में, दिल में रखना जस्टिफाइड नहीं है। तो जिसको जो बोलना है बोलेंगे, क्योंकि एज इट इज सेट, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना। तो इसीलिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। और आपकी जर्नी भी बहुत लवली है, जा रही। मैं बहुत ग्लैड हूँ ये जान के कि यू हैव टेकन अप एडिटिंग ऑल्सो, एंड यू हैव एडिटेड 3 books, and you are panelist, even somewhere you are being invited for giving the speeches as a guest of honor। तो कहते हैं ना कि एक कदम उठाओ, अल्टीमेटली रास्ते बनते जाते हैं। तो पावर ऑफ नाउ के बारे में मैं आपसे जानना चाहूंगी। ये सब जो रिफ्लेक्ट कर रहा है, आपकी जो ग्रोथ दिख रही है, आई थिंक दिस इज द पावर ऑफ नाउ। तो व्हाट इज योर टेक इन द पावर ऑफ नाउ?
Power of now is like you have to take a plunge. And there is a quote which I have written, that take yourself seriously, then only people around will take you seriously. And जब तक आपको खुद पे भरोसा नहीं होगा, दूसरे आप पर कैसे भरोसा करेंगे? When I started PME, I did not, जैसे मैंने कहा था, think कि कैसे जाएगा, क्या जाएगा. Only thing I decided was to be consistent in whatever I do. एंड आज की डेट में ये सिनेरियो है कि इवन इफ आई टेक अप अ जॉब, 9 to 6 जॉब फुल टाइम, PME विल बी देयर टिल माय लास्ट ब्रेथ. एंड ऑल्सो आई हैव डिसाइडेड दैट इट वोंट गो इन एनी अदर हैंड. एंड co-founder कोई नहीं होगा, solely I'll be working on it, and I will try my best to add new elements, in small intervals, so that it, people will get to see something new. So it's like patience, consistency, and creativity, and I will try to make it as much as natural, organic, as it can be, because आजकल बहुत ज़्यादा fake things are there on social media, in and out. So why not to have a platform which is very very real, natural and organic, where people can come and say कि हाँ, हमने अगर 1 घंटा इंटरव्यू दिया है तो बहुत अच्छे से दिया है, and I try to make the conversation very memorable for them. And I believe that so far I have succeeded, and I hope that I do better and better. And yeah, that's the only intent, and I always believe in power of now. For a moment, आज जब technical issue आया, then I said कि should I tell Saurabhi कि Saurabhi कल करते हैं? But then somehow I didn't feel it right, and I said commitment is a commitment. भले late हुआ है, but then let me do it today. It's now or it's no, later की तो बात ही नहीं आती. It's never. Tomorrow something else will come. Day after something else will come. So let's do it. Doesn't matter how it is, whatever it is. Today I have all frizzy hair. It's a bad hair day. It's so hot. But then it's okay. What matters is the quality of the conversation that we are having right now. So that is what I believed in. And for me, that is the power of now.
वाओ, सच अ वंडरफुल आंसर यू गेव। एंड अभी आपने जो ऑर्गेनिक वाली बात की है ना, शायद यही चीज मुझे भी रोकती है अपने बुक। मुझे भी लगता है वर्ड ऑफ माउथ से जितना स्प्रेड हो, आई कुड अप्रोच स्कूल्स, इधर उधर लोगों से बता सकती हूँ, फ्रेंड्स को बोल सकती हूँ। उस सिस्टम
Yeah.
के हिसाब से चलना इज ओके। सो माइट बी आई टेक अप दैट सीरियसली, क्योंकि बहुत फीडबैक अच्छे मिलते हैं और सीरियसली लगता है कि फिर अपने लिए नहीं, दूसरों के लिए मार्केटिंग करने की इच्छा होती है कि उनको वंचित मत रखो। जब ऐसा फीडबैक आ रहा है तो स्प्रेड योर विजडम, स्प्रेड योर वर्क, सो दैट पीपल गेट इन्फ्लुएंस्ड एंड दे गेट गुड लर्निंग फ्रॉम इट। सो फटाफट,
Yeah.
जैसे आप हमेशा लोगों को फन कराती हैं, तो यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा फन करते हैं। एंड आई वुड जस्ट नीड वन वर्ड फॉर वॉट एवर आई एम गोइंग टू से, आइडिया ऑफ रिलैक्सेशन।
Doing nothing.
वाओ, गोइंग ब्लैंक टोटली, आराम से।
Yeah.
ओके, अबाउट ड्रीम?
See it, feel it, work on it, and you will reach your destination.
गुड।
And it's not one word, but dreams,
हाँ,
desire, and destination.
वेल सेड। ओके, what happiness means to you?
Learned it in a hard way, that just be yourself, even if you are enjoying a small piece of chocolates, a piece chocolate, and be it. That is happiness. And celebrate your success, even if it is a small one. But each success, or each each good step is a success. Basically, celebrate it. Have something sweet if you can.
And Next, a few more hobbies and interest.
Listening to music, I like singing for myself, and I like to dance, that crazy dance. So people say that I'm a decent dancer, but still it's like taking out my extra energy. I really like to do that.
What's love to you?
Oh, everything. I'm a hardcore romantic person, Baba. And of course, this is doesn't relate with all the relationship because love with family members is different, with the spouse is different. But yes, I think it's everything. It's the core of any emotion, be it work or any relationship, any bond, or lay any place. Unless until you don't love what you're doing, it doesn't make any sense and it doesn't have any meaning as well. So that is the hardcore emotion, the foundation of everything. That is love.
Okay. So with this, we have come to the end. And before ending, I would like to again read it aloud your quote that people take yourself seriously, then only others around you will take you seriously. So bang on, Kaveri. Such a lovely quote you have curated, and it's going to motivate so many people. And thank you so much for giving me time. And we had a lovely conversation over here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Saurabhi, and all the best for your venture. And let me always आप अभी talk show करें या कुछ आगे और भी करें. I'm always open for any collaboration to talk about your book. Have you anytime, any day on my platform? You have a friend here on pretty much everything. So all the very best, and thank you for making me as a part of your talk show and your wonderful journey, Saurabhi.
You are always welcome, Kaveri, and I will always approach you for my books and many other people. But पहला copy और वो भी signed copy आप ही को जाएगा. That's a promise. So with this, we have. Let me make a heart for you also. With this, we come to an end to this lovely conversation. I'll again thank you so much for joining me here. And I think that people who are viewing this will get so much knowledge and they will learn so much from our experiences that we have learned and how we have come up. And एक बोल्ड मैसेज जाने के पहले मैं देना चाहूंगी, लोग क्या कहेंगे वो जजमेंट उनके ऊपर छोड़ दीजिए, क्योंकि लोगों का काम तो है कहना, कुछ तो लोग कहेंगे, लोगों का काम है कहना. Thank you for watching, and I'll meet you soon in next episode with some other guest. Thank you so much.
Jai Hind. Thank you.
Jai Hind.